This is a sampler from my Umapine tetralogy. I'll read a little bit from the first book, which is The History of the Turtle. The second one is called Porpoise. The third one is called Tokyo Annex, and the fourth one is called Fram. Each of the 4 volumes is comprised of 4 sections. It, too, is a poem containing history, although much of it is personal history and reflection. It took 16 years to write, which holds with the principle of 4s. The subject matter begins essentially in 1952 with the nomination of Dwight D. Eisenhower for president, and it ends with the death by ritual suicide in 1970 by Yukio Mishima, the Japanese novelist. The Hog Butcher Revisited is the Passus 1 section of History of the Turtle. I call each section a passus, by the way, because it involves a journey, and that's the term that the medieval poet Langland used in his Piers the Plowman. History of the Turtle, Passus 1, The Hog Butcher Revisited. Epigraph from Goethe. No time I had to gape or take my ease, he said, first to get children, and then get them bred. This time we come up with gentility's slyness, and dressed in green from the outskirting, no fly in the ointment and motorcycle escort from Palmer House to Stockyards, instead a mid-morning commuter train, and no Negroes stare sullenly as Eva to Fat floats, 1952, or red-white Oregon for Ike banners threaten sultry slums, disturbing the reality of doorsteps, rat droppings, sweat, sperm, urine, homogenize at 100, humidity 88, for now we zeph in by high commuter train, the 9:45, no sullen stares at all. Granny train, baby train, mama shop train, where menopause makes eyes at a middle-aged conductor, and Gertha chews the heel of her hand and pops occasional bubble gum. Highlands, larger, newer on the east side of town, and rumor has it 2 suicides in the philosophy department at Notre Dame last semester alone. Backyard swimming pools above ground, big enough to drown in now, no such as they had the lake to rake, just drain and find 'em limp above ground, sans danger, sans threat, and clean too. Western Springs, the beauty green, clean brick like Prestwick and like air. LaGrange and filling up. I see a well-turned ankle board at last and think without lust, welcome like clean, green, and brick. Lay off them puns, mon frere. I mean it like I said it. Henbury Auto Body said the sign, and small Pollock looks at me from second deck above. But I've Congress Park, read Nat West, and know about love. Gandhi always walked. The Mahatma said a man should not, even otherwise, Brookfield, go further than one could negotiate on foot, sun to sun. 2. At the foot of the unknown lay X, at the foot of the known Y, in tribute each year. 3. Beautiful 17 blonde Hollywood, Pollock with dark boho, this morning a broad. I thought you said you liked Dick, titter and denial, and belies the graduation suit from Bonwit. Tell her she's still so choice, so milkmaid, so lovely, so worthy of oil paint, of Decameron, court of love. We missed a stop, but Joyce might caution, wait 8 years, and another of Decameron, courts of loves, sweat over the well-formed chest, Berwyn, oil, natural, through suit, through clean dirt, through butcher blood, spatter, Carl, romantic Carl, Romance and brawls, soon, Carl, if you can now, Carl. Watch, Carl, Malcolm, Carl, after all, commands more than Roy Wilkins, and Lonigan is stud no more, Carl. Laverne. Natural mother's milk flows, Carl, and as naturally as mother's milk, blood may, DAF Desaad, etc., Carl, naturally. 4. Hollow beauty one could oversee, etc. 5. But America, the questioner of wrong things, Cicero, America, God of flash, of switch, God is love, a sign, and tennis, anyone? Asked the last proud decadent Kirk of 19 whatever, and Tom, Missouri's son, grabbed his brains and away he run. Chicago, and dead in a ditch, a concrete ditch. Passus 24, John Reed. And each man says as he has said before, as God perhaps says and has said before, I doubt the worth of my work and the worth of this world. Menu, frog's legs, creams. Let us contemplate desserts. We have some place to go through. In 20 years we are 4. Who will? In a time when this will be real, it will be dug. Please let me know. Your silence is so long. I fear for you because you are strong. Fear none the less, though you are grace. Part 2. Well, Jack, our politics would disagree, but not our hearts. Damn politics, then, Jack Reed. One evening, at least, I wish I'd known you. Light heart and high endeavor never named a dearer son, or Oregon produced such buoyancy. Race up the beach, dive in the Willamette, and have Olympic Games on a lonely Pacific ledge. Swim the Columbia alone when you shouldn't. Sing, laugh, and tell them life can be green always, and growing bigger always. Read, what do they do to us to make us leave such? Ivy, you learnt can strangle one's endeavor. Money you knew could never buy out worth. Slavery you saw as ill, no matter the high hand and who held the high hand and cobra whip. Clergy you kenned had patented passion at some price, half-assed control. Laughing you fought for license for all hearts to live somewhat. And, John, dogma tripped you. Sureness drowned you as sure as Roman romance keyed diphtheria. And I have survived 3 dogmas and do pray the breakage of your heart and body some sane time will serve as flag to put new ones off. Be in my mind when such demands are pressed, please. Age, John, makes friends less passionate sometimes, at least my friends. I know you never slowed to shine to elders. Let me not slow, but still love by heart, not calculation, repudiation, or advance. Dig? Help ignore like pious eyes and bad-hinged disapproving tongues, always. Dear Westerner, you didn't die finally for politics. Love, man. Love, man. And when they use you, reds or lily whites, you mock them in their sullen graves, and love gives a garland, John, and laughter, goddamned if it ain't holy, saves. And each man says, as he has said before, as God perhaps says and has said before, I doubt the worth of my work and the worth of this world, and yet